those order carry out online or by phone.
Well, good evening and welcome, everybody. That's right, we are actually doing a live stream. I know it happens so very rarely, but it's also very rare that we have an occasion like this to celebrate, and we are going to celebrate a little bit. No, these are not beers. These are some of the finest sodas you will find. This is some Sprecher. I've got some cherry cola in here. I've got some sparkling lemonade. Their new black cherry. For me, a little bit too sweet, but overall, pretty good. I enjoy it quite a bit. So what is about tonight, as I'm going to grab a lemonade here, crack it open, and enjoy a little bit here as we celebrate. What are we celebrating? Well, tonight marks our 6th anniversary here on YouTube, and basically what that means, and we're going to walk you through a little bit of the history of the channel here. So I had originally launched the channel, or at least signed up for the channel, back in January of 2015. And then life decided to happen. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. If I wanted to do Kapla Bird, welcome. Didn't know if I wanted to do what I was doing before, because I've been actually on YouTube since 2007. Didn't know if I wanted to do more of the same with the RC stuff, if I wanted to do something different. And then eventually I found a video by my now good friend, John Riggs. And John Riggs was talking about retro video games, and I had actually, in February or March of 2015, I had bought a Retron 5. I've talked before, if not for the Retron 5, this channel would not exist. And I was looking for games to play and import. And let me know, by the way, in the chat if the audio is good or not. Everything's sounding okay through the monitor, but that can always be a little bit off. I'm a little bit off. And we're going to kind of bounce all over the place here a little bit. But so I had found some stuff from John Riggs and Lon Seidman and a few other people. I'm like, you know what? If I do video games, retro video games, I don't have to worry about conflict of interest if I do RC stuff. So I got into the video game stuff, and the rest, as they say, is history. Easy for me to say. I promise these are non-alcoholic. Oh, we got something that popped through. Thanks, CoolCam2113. Don't know if you're new here, if you're in the stream, or what's going on, but thank you for the subscription. I do appreciate that. So basically what I figured we'd do tonight is do some Super Mario Kart Deluxe. And if you want to join in, if you have a Switch, I actually have my friend's code down below. Hopefully I'm going to just double check here that everything did import in like I wanted it to. And, yep, everything is in there. So the only audio here is me and a noise when someone subscribed, okay? We will turn up the game audio a little bit then. I know the one thing that I've found, Bird, with OBS is when I'm piping in audio from my capture device, it's either stupid loud or way too quiet. So we're going to bump it up a little bit more. So we'll see if that's any better now and go from there. And have a little sip here. If you like if you remember the Welch's wine that you would get as a kid, this stuff is like that, but with lemonade. So it's got that kind of sparkling flavor and whatnot. So good. So we're going to dive in first to do some Mario Kart 8. Kind of run this as an Ask Me Anything as well. If you all have any questions that you want me to answer as we are going ahead and doing our playing here, we'll go ahead and try to do that, but we are going to get started. And we've got some exciting things planned for the next couple of weeks here too, so we will dive in eventually to the online play where we'll have things host and people can join on here too, so we will add that in as more people come in the stream. If nobody comes in, well, nobody comes in. At least it's one of those things that, hey, I tried. People ask me all the time, Are you morally required to answer honestly? Yeah, I would say so. And no, I am not soft putty. I will throw that out there right now. I am not soft putty, if that's where you were going, Bird. I've told you my couple of guesses on who I think it is, and I do think it's more than one person. So we're going to dive into Grand Prix. We're going to do... What do I need to do? I need to pick up some of the tracks on the 150 cc's. There is my me. Touche? You mean touche? Touchy? What? So that is my me. I actually designed that way back on the Wii, and it still looks fantabulous. Hey, LDG, how's it going? Again, I know a couple of people in here already. If you want to join in, we will do some online play as well. What cart do I want to do? I was half tempted. I actually talked to my wife earlier. It's like, you know what? I should do Breath of the Wild. Just because I hate Breath of the Wild so much. And I will make a deal. If I get a $50 super chat, I will put Breath of the Wild in. Boom. Do I have the Enterprise D skin? What? I've been told by the Pixel Game Squad that I have soft skin. At least that's what Gabbo tells me. Enterprise D skin. What the hell are you... Are you talking for the go-karts? Are you stoned again, LDG? I think you're stoned again, aren't you? Let's see. That's actually got pretty good speed. We'll go with that. So, Bird, was that legit the question you were going to answer since you have not asked another question? So, let's see. We'll go to the Flower Cup because I don't have any stars on there. Whoop, as I hit my mic again. Okay. So, no, I am not soft putty. I've told you who I think it is. And, yeah, so hard to say. I think it's interesting that Mercedes has a partnership with Nintendo where they actually have a couple of cars in the game. Got him! Yes! My credit card number is Nunya, Nunya, Nunya. Business, 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 business. Oh, I missed him! All right. Oh, I thought I had something else there. On the inside. I'm just going to send it. So, yep, 6 years ago today, like I mentioned in the intro, decided to go ahead and, really try to make the channel a thing. And talked about it a little bit on tonight's... hey, Jan, we'll check out your comment here in a sec. Oh, man, that's adding... Oh, insult to injury. And I did see your comment the other day, and I've been meaning to respond. I apologize for that. But yeah, started the channel, basically made... Tonight, 6 years ago, was essentially when I decided I was going to be serious about it, because I had tried it a couple of times, and like I did an unboxing for the Switch. I did an unboxing and some other videos on the Pixel 6... I'm sorry, on the original Pixel, on the Pixel 6 XL. And, like, it just wasn't going anywhere. And as badly as I wanted to do RC stuff, just because that's what I had been doing since 2007, I just didn't want to deal with the politics of people complaining that it might be a conflict of interest. So, since I was already involved in gaming anyways, it just seemed like the most logical choice to me to kind of get involved in the video game arena. And I started out with my Retron 5, and from there, after I moved out of the house that I had owned with my ex, I had ordered a original Famicom and a Super Famicom, and then we were off to the races. Let's see, Jan. Thanks for the congratulations. Love your continued Amico coverage. I don't do a whole lot because I don't want to be involved in the drama, if that makes sense. More bad news for the console. Sally Townley has recently been spotted hanging out with the cult recently in his VGL show in Boston. Any thoughts? We're never going to see the Amico, at least in a widespread public release. We're just not. Which is unfortunate because I think that it could have definitely served a niche, or niche, if you prefer. As I told Tommy in my interview with them, I didn't think it was a console for me, and I still don't think it's a console for me. I was primarily interested in it for Earthworm Jim, and I was very, even before Tommy was on the channel, I was very, missed that one. He'd done screwed up Ron, very deliberate with Tommy and let him know that, listen, I'm coming at this from a skeptical point of view, and not because I was skeptical of him or the product, and I wasn't being a hater, but it was one of those, it's like, I don't know that I'm your customer on this, and I had some legit questions that, to that point, he had not answered. I feel like I'm shouting, by the way. If I need to turn on my microphone, please let me know. And I thought that, and I told Tommy this before we even talked, that I can disagree with someone and not be disagreeable. I don't have to be a jag-off if I disagree with someone. That's just an added perk that I get to do sometimes. Gotcha! But it's one of those where, I think that he was legit shocked when I told him that, like, my wife had no interest in video games whatsoever. None. And Ellie, our youngest, was she even a year old at that point? Well, that would have been 2019. So she would have been just coming up on her first birthday. Also, by the way, I'm hearing some weird audio issues here, so let me know if it's coming through or not. Oh, no. But here's the thing. I will say that I had talked to Tommy before the Amico. I actually talked to him at PRGE in 2018 when they announced that it was going to be coming. And it's one of those that, I don't want to say that he treated me like crap at Portland, but it was one of those where I felt very much blown off. And at that point, my first year I was at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, I didn't even have 5,000 subscribers. So, I mean, although looking back at it now, it's bigger than most of the channels that he was talking to back then. And, channel, I will say this. Subscriber count does not mean anything regarding channel quality. Look at my channel in particular. The fact that I have 21,000 subscribers does not say it's a quality channel. I kid. I come from the Bob Uecker school of self-deprecating humor, and he's still the GOAT. Always will be. But, Tommy kind of blew me off there, and it left me with a sour taste, but it was one of those that I wasn't going to hold it against him. But, I just hope that those who still have money tied up get it back. That's the biggest thing, or get a product. So we aren't going to see a physical console. We will just see a few physical units only. I honestly think they might have had a shot if they focused on games development. They have good properties. I've said this many times before. Tommy is amazingly creative. Always has been. You never want a creative in charge of the decision-making process. And I'm not trying to dog, I'm not trying to dump on them or anything like that. Creatives tend to not be able to, say, this is good enough, we can go with it. I think that those who still have units pre-ordered and money on the table with it, they are going to get their units. We will never see a public retail unit. Like there was talk of Target and Walmart and GameStop. I don't think those will ever happen. And even, I forget who the retailer was in the UK. Someone had mentioned that they've already gone ahead, or not already, but some time ago, had completely pulled off any, references and refunded their pre-orders through their websites. I want to say it was somewhere in the UK. I know it's not Funstock, even though that's what I want to say, but I know it's not Funstock. Speaking of which, Funstock just announced, too, a really cool set of the Evercade VS with the... oh, you bastard. That's going to be the Atomic Edition that's Duke Nukem themed. It looks actually really, really cool. But, I mean, it's one of those... Here's the thing, Jan. Here's the way that I look at it. My life has enough crap and stress in it, and I'm sure everybody else's does too. I don't need to care about the Amico anymore. You know, I never backed the system. I know we had Matthew Bennett, Life with Matthew. Hopefully, if you say his name 3 times, he'll show up in the stream. Late with Matthew, late with Matthew, late with Matthew. But that being said, I know Matthew had not subscribed, but had pre-ordered an Amico, and he was lucky enough to get his money back. I know other people have taken friends of mine to task over the way Amico is handled. John Riggs, I know, has gotten a lot of beef from people because Intellivision used footage of his from when he played whatever demo unit it was. And, like, I would trust John to watch my daughter. That's how much trust I have with John. That's the kind of relationship he and I have. I don't think that he was BSing people when he said that he played it and he had fun. He played something that looked like an Amico. He did. I have no doubts of that. Now, what was within the shell, was it another Coleco Chameleon where it had a Raspberry Pi or instead of a Super Nintendo Junior in it? Could have been. But I know, talking to John, you know, when he was at E3, he played it, he had fun. And, you know, that I take him at his word on that. There's no reason, for as long as he and I have known each other, no reason for him to BS me. And I implicitly trust him. Any thoughts on how Intellivision chose their 2 testers? Both of them are under 2,000 subs. They could have chosen Smash, ViewTech, or Big Channel. Makes no sense. It makes perfect sense because it was... First of all, you will never see any professional relationship between Smash and Intellivision again. You just won't. He has burned that bridge through his own deliberate actions, and he's okay with it. So I'm not considering, hey, Deej, I'm not, you know, trying to throw shade at him for that. He made a conscious choice. He made a strategic choice, and it's working for him. So the individuals they sent to, first of all, I'm sure that they were probably backers in addition to being part of the Amico cult. They're people that, not that they could manipulate, but they could help form the message and get something out there that put it in the best light possible, that, you know, they honestly, and there are companies that I work with that I've developed trust with. There are companies that, you know, I'm proud to say I've helped do alpha and beta testing on new products. And it's, in a lot of ways, for me, it's humbling because it's like, you guys trust my opinion enough to, can we make it? Yes, we made it! To allow me to help you form one of your future products. You know, that's... I hate to use the old cliche, with great power comes great responsibility, but it is one of those things where it is a big responsibility, and, you know, they're putting trust in you to provide your expertise and your honest feedback. Well, it's clear to me that they're looking less for honest feedback and more for people to go ahead and provide spin, for lack of a better term. And I hate to have to use that term and hate to be that kind of blunt on it, but they're providing spin at this point. So, like I mentioned earlier, subscriber count, I don't care. You know, that's a blank measuring contest, and, you know, doesn't mean much. There are amazing channels that have 500 subscribers, and there are amazing channels that have no subscribers, and then there are, quite frankly, assholes out there who have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and, you know, it's just how it is. So I don't generally put a whole lot of stock in subscriber count. If that were the case, and I know for many it's like, you've got 21,000 subscribers, it's easier for you to say. In the great scheme of things, 21,000 subscribers on YouTube is nothing. And, you know, that's not me crying poor me or anything like that. That's just me being honest about where I am in the ecosystem. And like, I've been lucky and honored to be invited to be part of the Shorts creator groups run by Google and YouTube themselves. I know a lot of people dog on YouTube. No. All right, I think we got her. All right, we got her. Oh, off of turn 4. Got the win. So, thanks, Deej, for the happy 6. Sadly, DJC has banned me from chats and comments and is banning people who are critical. It's his channel. Like, I consider the source. Oh, God, who was it? Why can I not remember their channel name now? And I feel terrible for it. There was a YouTuber out of Canada that she and her husband stream and post content. And God bless it, why can't I even remember her name? Anyways, well, Tommy had provided before, just completely unveiling thing, and this is like Bird asked earlier, if I'd answer questions honestly. Absolutely. Tommy provided a list of names of people that I needed to look out for before his stream. And one of them was Darius Truxton. That guy's a tool bag on so many different levels. And Jan, I half want to say you were on there. Saggy Melons was on there. And there were a couple other people, but this one streamer was on there, and I'm like, really? Because, like, she's on my channel all the time and totally cool, and, like, I have no issues with her whatsoever. And so I reached out to her ahead of time. I'm like, listen, this is going down. Just out of respect for you, I wanted to let you know. If you have an issue with Tommy, I understand, but I'm going to ask you kindly to be respectful. You can come in and voice opinions and ask questions, but, like, don't be a jerk. She had been on other streams and whatnot, and so did her husband, and, like, I let him know. It's like, you're more than welcome to participate. Just let's keep things civil. And she was like, yeah, I've heard that I've kind of made Tommy's list, and, like, it was a bogus concern, quite honestly. And no, Deej, you did not make the list. You are not on the list of Jericho. Yes, that goes right up my nose. But I did say, kind of channeling you, DJ, because I hate Zelda Breath of the Wild so much. If I get a $50 super chat, we're going to throw it in and play a little bit tonight. So the gauntlet has been thrown down as I almost fall off my chair here. But at least I didn't shove my chair up my sphincter like LDG does from time to time. So let me know, too, how are things looking in the stream at this point in time as well, because I'm kind of keeping everything minimized at this point just to maximize resources on OBS and everything, so everything can look as good as possible while still having me in the video. Because, I mean, there is that. Actually, I gotta mute this real quick because I was hearing an ad and that was throwing me off. Actually, I gotta double check here. Auto accelerate off, smart steering. Okay, so I had been playing with my 4-year-old. Actually, she has played her first game of Mario Kart here recently, and we had turned on. If you look here, you've got smart steering on and off, auto accelerate on or off. We had turned that on for her, and she played for like 2 laps. She's like, I don't want to play this anymore. I don't want to do this. So it was kind of funny. But yeah, so that's... I don't want to make this all about Tommy, but please feel free, ask. Like I mentioned at the start of the stream, we're going to just kind of sit back, relax, and chill out a bit, and just hang out with the community. I don't get to do this nearly enough. As weird as it sounds, it's faster for me to, it's easier for me to edit a video and create a produced video than it is for me to live stream, because if I'm actually working on a video and something happens, like my wife needs me just for something, you know, our daughter needs to go to bed, needs snuggles, or she just needs a hand with something, I can stop recording and, you know, give her a hand with whatever she needs. I would like to be able to stream more, and this is going to sound terrible, just to kind of help build some revenue through the channel here too. We actually, so those who are unaware about, a couple weeks ago, I took a spill down the very last step here, sprained my ankle. I think I tore some ligaments in the top of my foot. But the worst thing about that is I actually ended up falling on my camera bag, and my Canon T7i DSLR is not working right now. So I've got to come up with a couple $100 there to either send it into Canon for repair or replace it. I'm really not looking forward to having to do that. So we bought that camera in 2019, I want to say. Oh, I was in first. I thought I was in second. Dummy. Lamont, you big dummy. Anyone, name the TV show. Lamont, you big dummy. So just trying to, that's, oh, you suck. No, I'm not going to do a 48-hour live stream right now, Deej. I have to work tomorrow. But yeah, and I'm okay, Jan. It's one of those where, I've gained more and more strength each and every day. For a couple of, probably close to a week, I was wearing an ankle brace that just had some additional support on the side because I really lost. And this was not the first time that I've sprained this ankle. This is probably the fourth or fifth. But it's one of those where I had not torn the ligaments in the top of the foot before like I did this. So that's been a little bit of extra fun. And one of those, too, where, like, if you've been following on Instagram and Twitter, I have been posting updated pictures from time to time with that. And, I've had quite a bit of discoloration towards the base of the toes. And, people have been saying, yes, very good, Deej. Sanford and Son is correct. Have been saying that, I need to throw those pictures on OnlyFans. And no, you get the first one for free. Both of them is on OnlyFans. Listen, Jan, here's the thing, is I'm just an idiot with a camera. And, I've been using, thank God for Rockware sending me this RC20 camera that has been, like, my DSLR is broken. This has been saving my ass right now. So I've been using this more and more. There's nothing wrong with having the conversation, and I don't understand, like, you can get bent out of shape over the way people ask, but it kind of goes back to, like I said earlier, you can disagree with people without being disagreeable. Hey, Montrose, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh, I was looking at the chat. Let's see. Thoughts on Roman Reigns and his 1,000 days. I've never been a Roman Reigns fan, and I don't think that he would have a 1,000-day reign if his last name wasn't NOI. People, I love me some James E. Cornette. DJ Odyssey knows how often I have quoted the incomparable James E. He loves to criticize Kevin Nash for having 7 moves, including the hair flip. Every Roman Reigns match is the same. It just is. And I understand where, watching the post-WrestleMania scrum where Triple H came out and said, Cody wants to finish the story. Well, here's the thing, in the WWE, the story never ends. Well, that's true, but, you can end that chapter and then start a new chapter. Excuse me. I think that if they weren't going to put the strap on Cody, then they need to put it on Jimmy or Jay. And I just think that would make the most sense. Or Solo, quite honestly. If Roman wasn't a member of that family, though, I don't know that he would have the strap. Now, one thing, too, I have recently signed up with THQ Nordic to try to get a copy of AEW Fight Forever for both the PS5 and the Switch, so we will see. They just opened up the request last week. I was approved to be a part of the program, which is pretty stinking cool. It's only the second or third company that I've been able to get approved to be part of the program to get sample games. Too many games to count. Too many games. That's in Pennsylvania. Cody should have won at Mania. They even had -1. Yeah, I agree. Here's the thing, though, is that it goes back to the WCW thing. Vince will never put someone over, and even though he wasn't running the show at that time, they will never put someone over that got their name somewhere else. Cody made his name really outside of WWE. And they just will not let that become a success. Booker T, perfect example. He is, you would never be able to pull off the Booker T Triple H storyline that they had going into WrestleMania. Was that 21 or 22? I mean, it was as racist as you can get. I mean, I will say it was a beautiful story for Booker to be able to tell on how, he was on the wrong path in life. And he got himself right. And, I can respect that. And, I love the story of him and Sharmell and just what an amazing partnership they have. Not just a marriage, but they are truly partners. Not really. I mean, Hogan made himself because of Rocky. I mean, that's just the thing there. And, it's one of those that, Hogan was just part of that whole group, quite honestly, that came up at that time and into the WWF. If you look at, the Honky Tonk Man, if you look at Brutus the Barber, if you look at Jimmy Hart, if you look at a lot of those guys, not just the AWA, but spent time in Florida, spent time in Memphis. There's a lot of classic wrestlers that, at least in the 80s, Jim Duggan is another one. Hacksaw started off in, was it Mid-South? Whatever the Texas territory was that Bill Watts ran before he went to WCW. I want to say that was Mid-South, but I could be wrong. Look at us throwing out the wrestling talk here. And one of the things I want to do, and I just have not had time to do, and it kind of goes back to what I was talking about earlier, where I want to stream more. It's just easier for me to edit videos. Is I want to do live stream commentary during a premium live event. And with that, basically, what I would do is in the main section of the videos, I would just have basically a match card where the game is playing right now, and then have myself in the upper corner and whatnot, and basically just do running commentary and hang out with people using like StreamYards or something like that, where we could have people kind of talk and hang out during the matches. Well, there's a lot of bananas there. Don't mind if I do. Even like the Killer Bees started elsewhere too. You figure Heart Foundation, that was Stampede up in Canada. Which, speaking of which, Deej, you should reach out to the French Newfie and see what he's doing right now. There were, even the Ultimate Warrior was the Dingo Warrior. Roman isn't even 40. Why is this guy a part-timer? Because he's earned it. I mean, I will say that he has earned it. And that's one of the things why, if you look at whoever's held, the WWE or the Universal Championship the last few years, with rare exception like Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, they have been part-timers. Goldberg, Undertaker, who am I thinking of? Goldberg, Cena. Oh, actually, hang on. Hold on one second. I got to do this. Do you all want to see my John Cena tattoo? Let me know down in the comments. Hit a 1 if you want to see my brand new John Cena tattoo I just recently got. This is awesome. Dick the Bruiser. Dick the Bruiser started up in Milwaukee, actually. So yeah, throw a 1 in the chat if you want to see. It's not on my butt. It's on my arm. Suffering Thuckatash. All right. Ryan Saggy, welcome. I didn't know you were here. I appreciate it. Deej wants to see it. All right. Here we go. Here's my new John Cena tattoo. See it? See it? Oh, wait. It's John Cena. You can't see it. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Dad joke. What can I say? Come on. That's funny. Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? Wasn't a troll. It was a legit demonstration of my John Cena tattoo. I can't help it that you can't see it. I will say one of the things I've thought about doing too is doing a watch along. I know Bird of Prey 5 does great watch alongs over on his channel. Make sure that you are subscribed to him. But I thought about doing a watch along for the Super Mario Brothers movie because it's fantastic. It's so good. It is so good. Hold on, Deej. I will check out that chat in a second when I'm done with this track. Make sure you check out Deej's channel too. He is coming up on what, 800 subs now, my friend. We need to get him over 1,000. If you are a Whovian, I would say definitely make sure you check him out too. But one of his favorite franchises has to be Star Trek Discovery. Love Star Trek Discovery. Wait, so is the FU Deej, is that for you being a Whovian? Because I thought you were. Or is it for the Discovery thing? Damn blue shell. Oh, but we got a huge lead. It's huge. There are other leads out there, but this lead is absolutely huge. You know, the one thing that's really cool about this too is the fact that it is a Mercedes, is that it's not a Jeep. There is that. So what do we got coming up? Because we've got quite a few things coming up. So I've got a triple monitor review that I was sent for review that I'm hoping to have tomorrow. Let's see. Will Cody be still mean something, or they missed their moment at WrestleMania? Cody's not going to beat Roman. It just isn't. Remember, Goldberg should have won an Elimination Chamber, but won at Backlash. Yes, he lost at Elimination Chamber to Triple H, I think. Doctor Who died with Capaldi. I don't know who that is. Hang on one second. Need to get another Sprecher. These things are damn good. Menards has got these. I honestly like Christopher Eccleston as the Doctor. I thought that he was, and I wish that he would have been on more than one season. But that really was about the only season I watched. My oldest daughter got into it for 5 minutes. So we watched like 4 or 5 seasons, and then when we got to his, I'm like, oh, this guy's actually pretty good. But I think his companion was terrific too. I don't know who Matt Smith. Wasn't he the guy that was supposed to be in one of the Star Wars movies and wasn't, or something? Bud Light controversy? I do, and Jan, I am not going to share those opinions here because we don't get into politics on this channel. I don't drink. I love Sprecher. That's all I'm going to say. So, yeah, it's one of those that I do the gaming and the YouTube so that I don't have to do politics because this is my distraction from everyday life. Let's see here. Got 10 watching now. I do appreciate it, but I will share them on my live stream because we don't care what we talk about. Correct. I will. And because I don't need to get canceled. By the way, I was just testing that. I didn't actually donate $22 to myself. I'm not that pathetic. Close, because I will go ahead and do gift membership, so there is that. Nope, nope, I don't want time trials. I want to go back here. Grand Prix. And I don't think Bird liked the fact that I said that I was driving a Mercedes and not a Jeep. Actually, let's do this. What else? What else do we want to play here? Let's see what we have. Appreciate you being respectful. Other people would just ban or censor you for a spicy question. Just say you won't answer it. Yeah, absolutely. Why we're so SNES games letterbox? Joe from GameStack is always bringing it. Why were so SNES games letterboxed? I don't understand the question. Can you give me an example of a game you're talking about? Because most of them were 4:3 aspect ratio. I don't think any of them were. None of them would have been 16:9 because that wasn't even a format during the early 90s when that came out. So yeah, can you give me an example? You know what? I'm actually going to throw this in. We're going to take a break from Mario Kart for a little bit. We're going to play the Garbage Pail Kids, Mad Mike, and his quest for stale gum. This is a game that was actually in development for the NES and never got released, and then recently did. I won this copy from the team over at Cheap Ass Gamer on Twitter. Make sure you follow them. They are a great follow. But I have yet to play this. So let's play some Garbage Pail Kids. What's the Nintendo seal of quality? Did it mean anything? How are almost all LGN games bad if the seal meant anything? So it meant something, and basically the whole thing behind the seal of quality was something that Nintendo basically said, yes, this is okay enough, we shall say. Hang on a second. LGN gets a bad rep for a couple of games. Almost all of them, but there are ones that they published that they didn't develop. Doing some ranting coming soon. Decided I will do late night rants after each of the Strange New World episodes when they do drop. Ah, gotcha. So the seal of quality, the idea behind it was each publishing company could only release 6 titles. I think it's 6 titles of years. King of Dragons or Undercover Cops. You know what? Let me do this real quick. Is Undercover Cops on Super NES? We'll go back to that in a second. I know King of Dragons is not, but I'm going to check and see if Undercover Cops is. Rival Turf is. Brawl Brothers. And there's Tough Enough. Yeah, I don't see anything here. So I honestly, Static, I don't know. Just about anything was, everything was pretty much going to be 4:3 aspect ratio. So I'll just go into, 8 random game here. We'll go into Super Mario World. So you can see here how it's got the borders on the side. This is quite honestly what we played on, 13-inch TVs is what I had in my bedroom. I had a TV. I remember it was from my aunt's in-laws. Or was it from her Anyways, it was from my aunt on my mom's side. And it was an old black and white console TV, maybe 20 inches. And it was one of those where every once in a while it didn't work, so I had to go up to the side and just wham, right on the side. It would work after that. Why were there no NES Thundercats or Transformers? There was in Japan. Takara is the license owner for the Transformers in Japan. They actually had a Transformers game on the Famicom. What is it called here? It's something Convoy, which, Optimus Prime in Japan is Convoy. Let me take a look what it's called. It is called Transformers: The Mystery of Convoy. That's what it was. And here's just from Wikipedia. It's a 1986 video game developed by ISCO, and published by Takara in Japan for the Famicom. It was based on the popular storyline or toyline Transformers. The game was made available on the Wii's Virtual Console. I didn't know that. Game stars Ultra Magnus. So I didn't realize that they put that on the Wii. Well, we'll double check if Super Metroid is. And you got to remember, too, that Super NES released in 92, I want to say. So here, where is... I know it's here. I will find... There's Super Metroid. An interesting thing about Super Metroid, and here it's 4x3, at least on the title screen, is the the US and the Japanese cartridges have both languages on them. So we'll go into Samus A here real quick. And here you can see English text, Japanese text, and that's even, they kept that through the Switch Online service. So we'll start game. Yeah, that's not Letterboxd, my friend. So there was no Mystery Convoy died in the movie. Yes, as did your childhood. So, and like, I haven't met the guys from GameSack. I know I've just recently met at Milwaukee at the Midwest Gaming Classic, Corey and Try from My Life in Gaming. Super awesome. There was, so you have to remember, He-Man was He-Man Mattel? I think He-Man was Mattel, and instead of putting it on the NES, they actually put it on the ColecoVision at that point in time. Thundercats, I don't know. I don't know what the scoop with that was. There was no Voltron either, so that's the other thing to remember. A lot of those things, too, is you have game developers that they didn't want to pay the licensing fees, you know, and that's because that digs into their bottom end. So let's see, Mad Mike and the Quest for Stale Gum after the Atom Bomb Calypse. Wait, he was a wrestler too. So I was like, you know, for an NES title, these graphics aren't bad. Huh. Okay, I just want to play the game. Okay. Huh. So the stages are Hell, Eternity, Mars, 2050, Transylvania 1313. It should be Transylvania 5000. We'll go to Tokyo. Okay, so it was never released, but they found the ROM of it, and the publisher basically released it through IM 8-Bit is the name of the company that ended up bringing it out. So it is now out, not on the NES, but on the... Well, you know what? Was there an NES release for it too? I don't remember. Just giving this pagoda a fresh coat of paint. Next year I want to paint all of New Jersey blue. What are you up to? The usual, shopping for stale gum ingredients. Cool. Gonna tag the tall buildings and then hit the alleyways next. Want to trade? Oh, that wasn't what I wanted it to do. Oh well, I was dumb. I have no idea what the hell I'm supposed to be doing here. Welcome to Egypt. Here you have a pretty famous diner around here, Sally. They say you can smell the stink from miles away. You got that right. Hey, that sounds like LDG. You can find me there or looking for my mummy in the tombs. Just got to recall where that button is that opens the gate. Okay, so we'll go to the desert. This actually reminds me of Bart versus the Space Mutants in a lot of ways. Which kind of goes back, too, to the question earlier about, you know, LJN, how they got so many games. A lot of it is just who they were able to get the licenses from, too. Let's see, what happened to wrestling? Why is it so boring now despite having talented wrestlers? Do I like AEW? I just watch AEW mostly and maybe AJ Styles or Cody. Sick of the bloodline. I don't watch AEW just because I don't have time. And part of it is, and this is going to sound lame, but the fact that I don't want to spend $50 on a pay-per-view anymore. Oh, crap. He literally is puking on his enemies. Oh, that's awesome. Like, I don't dislike AEW, I'll say that. I just don't have time, and I'm not going to spend $50, you know, on Fight TV for a pay-per-view anymore. I'm just... I hate to say it, but the network has spoiled that for me. And I'm someone that I used to get almost every WCW pay-per-view back in the day. I like AJ Styles. I think it's funny to see him in the final days of WCW because he was there as a tag team. Whoa! As a tag team wrestler back in the day. You know, it's kind of like I don't watch UFC a whole lot. But when I did was like when George St. Pierre was fighting. I love watching more technical wrestlers than just the beat 'em ups and like the Great Khali types. You know, which in a lot of ways Kevin Nash was. But the thing I loved about Nash was he was just such a smartass that crap. You know, I like not knowing what was going to come out of his mouth next, because half the times I don't think he knew what was going to come out of his mouth next. Oof. So, by the way, if you haven't figured this out, yes, I do suck at games. But I don't cheat at them like Bird of Prey 5 does. And I will say I am looking forward to the AEW Fight Forever. No, I did not get watch Collision. I actually looked at possibly getting tickets to the one in Chicago, since I'm only about 2.5 hours from Chicago. Because they use Ticketmaster and I will not use Ticketmaster, I did not get any tickets to that. So I also looked at the pricing. The pricing was stupid. Like, if I'm going to go to something like that, like when I go to a baseball game, if I'm not on the, first level of the game, I'm not going to go. I'm kind of an elitist that way. You don't need to be, but you choose to be. I'm okay with Punk not being back, so I never watched the Summer of Punk. That was at a time that I really wasn't watching a whole lot of wrestling. Where the hell do I have to go here? Okay, now I understand. So you do like a butt bounce on those guys. Gotcha. Hey, Krillin, how's it going? So this is definitely an interesting game. Oh. We hit some button. It did something. Oh! Yeah, this is an interesting game for sure. Going well. We're doing all right. Why is Jim Cornette hated on AEW? Because he hates the Bucks. I mean, that's an easy one. He hates the Young Bucks. And you know what? I can understand a bit why. The fact that they super kicked a kid, just because it was his birthday. Yeah, no, you're supposed to be smarter than that. All right, where the hell am I supposed to go? And I love me some James E. Cornette. I love when he just gets riled up. But like he's so stuck in the Smoky Mountain Wrestling kind of time frame that like that time has passed. It's like me saying like it's not WCW, so I don't want to watch it anymore. Well, you know what? WCW's time has passed, and you know I miss it. I thought that I loved the product that they had at the time until Russo came around. Oh crap. Well, that didn't go so good. What else? Any requests? Because we've been going here just about an hour. Like I said, I just want to do a little bit of something to celebrate the occasion. You know what? Anyone want to play Use Your Words? We can get a game of Use Your Words going. Mega Man and Bass. I don't have Mega Man and Bass. What I have is this is what is it? It is Mighty Gunvolt Burst Demo, and honestly, I need to delete it because the demo time has passed. Not something I have that we could play. I don't have big kids, Ryan. So why don't we do this? We will fire up Use Your Words. It has been too long, and it is such a great game. And I will kick Deej's ass. How about that? So to play Use Your Words, for those of you who don't know, first you have to find the first clue. Then you write it in your handy dandy. Nope, wait, no, that's Blue's Clues. Damn it. So basically, it'll pop up a code here in a little bit that you just type in on your tablet, smartphone, or web browser. And then I basically am the host, but everybody else gets to play. Yoshi's Cookie. I don't know if you're trolling me there or not. So we'll go settings. Family mode can be off. Let's play mode, spectator mode is on, house answers is on. I'm going to drop the music down a little bit just because sometimes that can get false flagged for copyright, which we don't need to worry about that. So we will play. So go to wordsgame.lol and enter room code IHPR. So we will go ahead and do that. And I'm going to slightly cheat and use my laptop for that. So and IHPR. And you would select if you are a spectator or a player. I'm a player, yo.
If more than 6 people want to participate, turn on spectator mode in the settings menu.
All right, Deej is in. I am in. We'll give everybody a few minutes to go ahead and join in. Krillin is in. Try to get a couple more people in. If anybody else wants to play, you are welcome. Tommy Tallarico Chan, that's got to be you. Gots to be you. Oh, awesome. Thank you, DJ. Please don't ever wear the Princess Leia bikini, please. All right. 30 more seconds, and then we will go ahead and go and start playing Use Your Words. Kind of disappointed that we haven't had a Salty sighting. But it's not Jackbox. You realize that, right? It's not Jackbox. Please hold. Operators are standing by. Actually, my wife is calling really, really quick, so let me go ahead and talk amongst yourselves.
It's easy, you'll see.
Well, that's sweet. She asked me if I wanted something from Jimmy John. She's coming home from church. So, Jan, think about this almost like a Cards Against Humanity. It's super easy to do. Trust. Jorge, how you doing, my friend? Yep. And Deej just explained it there, too. So, if you want to play, Jorge, we're about ready to start playing a quick round of Use Your Words. We're going to be one and done because, like I say, my wife is on the way home, and this will take about 20, 25 minutes. So yeah, let's go ahead and play some Use Your Words. Jorge, if you want to hop on in, let me know in the chat. Otherwise, we will get things rolling here. Because, yeah. Yes, Krillin, I know you and Chad have both played this before. All right. So we're going to go live with this. In 5, 4, 3.
Have you checked out the settings menu yet?
1. We're going to play.
It's time to
Use Your Words.
Your words. The glory of the silver screen. In the dumper, throw it in the garbage. It's sub the title.
I'm going to increase the volume on this just a little bit.
A subtitled film clip that's missing a subtitle, and the subtitle will be filled in by you. Get ready. The clip will play twice. Now, for our feature presentation.
I brought the money. It's 500 rubles.
Я вам денежки принес за квартиру за январь. Вот спасибо, хорошо, положите на комод.
So basically, you at this point, you just need to come up with a title that you think would go along with it. You can be as literal or as crude as you want to be. There will also be what's called house answers, which are fake answers. So in a moment here, everyone will go ahead and vote for their favorite
Get ready. Here's what
answer
you came
as
up with.
provided.
Я вам денежки принес за квартиру за январь. Вот спасибо, хорошо.
Ooh, yes, but don't get used to this cheap sex discount after today.
Денежки принес за квартиру за январь. Вот спасибо.
It's not Chad. I know that. Who's that one? I will behave on your stream. No. Dude, bring it. Bring it on this one. I want to buy the Amigo.
Я вам денежки принес за квартиру за январь. Вот спасибо, хорошо, положите на комод.
No.
Я вам денежки принес за квартиру за январь. Вот спасибо, хорошо, положите на
Oh, that's nice. Someone's going to donate 500
You
rupees
may have
for you to
noticed an
fix your
extra
truck.
answer in there. We always throw in one of our own house answers. When you press the house decoy button, you get to use one of the
So then
house
basically out of those
answers.
answers,
But
you
watch
pick out your
Voting for any
favorites,
house answer
and
will
everybody
deduct
votes on it.
points
Whoever
from
gets the
your
most
scores.
votes gets
So
the most
pick your
points
favorite
per
answer.
round.
But watch out for house answers.
It's so good.
Let's see how you voted.
Nice. You can't vote for yourself. No, you can't. And Krillin, I'm sure that you're the one who made the Chad
Headlines
reference.
right here and right now. It's extra, extra.
I just got one. Oh, I just got one. Oh, that should be good. That should be good for a couple of votes, I think. Oh, it's the Nacho Man. Oh, yeah.
Here's what
dig
you
it.
wrote.
Where were we about 20 minutes ago? We were talking lots of wrestling. Fax Machine Company finds out about 21st Century. Good. Oh my God, not another Salty Trucker stream. Turn it off. Turn it off. I agree with that. YouTuber's PP is smaller than Dylan Mulvaney's. Nice. We're all fired. You're fired. Can't believe you found the porn of parents having an orgy. Oh my God.
Now, vote for your favorite answer. But watch out for house answers.
But no, seriously, Nacho Man, we were talking about like AEW, classic wrestlers, how
Here's how
Vince
you
doesn't
voted.
like to put over... oh, Martin, I didn't even see you come in here. Thank you so much. YouTuber's PP is smaller than Dylan Mulvaney's. I will take that. I
And
know
now,
I don't
the
actually. I
machine
hate
that
the new
lets you
World
blank
Championship belt,
yourself.
and I think
It's
the
Blank-O-Matic.
gold is terrible. There's a mystical force that gives us life. Some call it chi. I call it. And I thought it was weird too, because a lot of times when they've come out with new belt designs, they've like give us the old belt, here's the new belt. So I was kind of surprised that Heyman walked off with the WWE and the Universal Championship. I'm also curious now what the lineage of that new belt is, if it's supposed to go
Here
back to
are
like
your
the belt that
answers.
Bruno and Hogan and those guys wore too. Wokeness, no. The Schwartz! I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. Or as small as mine, if you prefer. I know Chi. Mike Chi is a good guy. That's what I don't know, Jan. RoXolid's Love Juice. And there's no S in RoXolid. Long Dong Silver Giver.
Vote for your favorite answer now.
Okay. I'm hoping I did not vote for the house answer. The New World Belt is growing on me. Yes, it holds the old... Well, no, not that one. Because that... the World Championship is supposed to go back to the WWE World Championship, which went back to the WCW World Championship and that, like you mentioned, went back to the NWA lineage. What I'm talking about is the belt now, the single gold belt that Roman has. Is that supposed to have shared lineage now with the Universal title and the WWE Championship?
Let's see how you voted.
That's what I don't think that they have done a good job at explaining. Yeah, Deej, you're funny. Ah, the Schwartz. I never watched Impact.
The magic
And
of
it was one of those that when
is yours
when
to
it was on
ruin.
Spike, it was
It's
okay. I actually
the
liked the
title.
six-sided ring, but listening to the guys talk about it now, I can understand how it's a pain in the ass to work in. I just don't get. Oh, this is fantastic. Where are they on now? Is it Access? I don't have that channel, so I just don't watch. Let's see. And like I've gone back and watched because what is it? Pluto TV has a TNA channel. I've gone back and watched some of that. And like there are damn good matches between
Get ready.
Samoa Joe and
Here's what you
AJ
came
Styles
up
that are
with.
fantastic. Christopher Daniels too is amazing. Hello world, it's Vertebrae 5. Nice. I love Mickey James. I think she's fantastic. Even AJ Lee back in the day. Awesome Kong was kick-ass. Turtle Power. Becky was Becky 2 belts. Roman should be Roman all belts. I'm glad that they didn't put the tag titles on them. Discount complete with half twist. Beat that, mofo. Vertebrae 5. He didn't crash, and he stuck the landing.
Vote for your favorite
Couple
answer
Vertebrae 5
now.
answers in there. I really want to see what they're going to do coming out of Money in the Bank, too. You know, if they're going to put it on Io Sky, have her win Money in the Bank, and have her challenge. The interesting thing was
Let's
the
see
fact
how
that they
you
had
voted, shall
Asuka
we?
beat the EST. Why can't I think of her
Oh
name
dear,
right now?
that was a house answer.
Bianca Belair. I'm surprised that that was a change that they made. The fact the brand split means nothing because they still
From
have.
around the
Well, they
world
now
and
have the
right
Raw
to your
champion on
window
Raw.
pane.
Oh, thank you, Jorge. I appreciate it.
Extra. Anybody
But
got
the
a
fact that
broom?
the SmackDown champion is on Raw is just stupid. Oh, what was his name? Yeah, I'm expecting that too. I'm actually expecting Montez and Bianca both to turn heel. Because I think that's how they're going to break up the Street Profits. Is Montez is going to turn heel. At least that's my theory. And he's not even going to have to do it in polka dots, baby. I swear, if you have never heard
Here's what you wrote.
Bruce Pritchard do Pheromone Cologne works too well, man dead at 75. Oh, that could have been a Biden thing. God bless it. Gary Lear caught attempting to enter the ladies' bathroom. Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Looks like I picked the last day to stop sniffing glue. That doesn't make sense. Hugh Hefner gets mobbed at the Playboy Mansion. Bruce Pritchard's Dusty Rhodes is phenomenal. Old man makes deal with the devil and suffers consequences.
Time to vote for your favorite. Pick a winner.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: whoever had the wanting, RoXolid tried to enter the women's bathroom. What is a woman? Can you answer that for me?
Voted.
Yeah, Deej, I thought that was you, dick.
And now, for the
It's
latest
the
in
Blank-O-Matic.
obsolete technology, it's Blank-O-Matic.
I didn't know, but Matt Walsh can answer that. No, he can't. Grandpa died doing what he loved. Hey, Waves, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you here. Make sure you check out... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? You get a very special gift from me today, Peter. Give me a second. Give me a second. We are playing Use Your Words. It's kind of like Cards Against Humanity. But it's on the Switch, it's on the PlayStation, it's on the Xbox. So good. Make
And
sure,
here's
go
what
ahead
you
too
came up
and
with.
put your channel link in the chat. The Backstroke and Grandma. Oof. Make sure you check him out as well. Grandpa died doing what he loved, chugging Viagra. Very true. Knitting. No. No, no, no. Don't think it was knitting. Giving himself a BJ. Ah, so that would be like Lanny Poffo, who had that ribber move. Loved what he died doing what he loved. He loved doing grandma, I guess.
Okay, vote for your favorite answer.
We were going to do that one. So Jan and I honestly, so hey, Waves, by the way, you see the nice little addition there? Yeah, congratulations. My anniversary gift to you. What'd you get me? Nothing. Just like last year. Holy shit! It's Life with Matthew is here. We were talking about you
Here's how you
earlier.
voted.
I will take those points. We were talking about how you actually, unlike me, were unwise and pre-ordered an Amico. No, we have you on videotape
Get
admitting
ready
to
for
it.
our grand finale.
So welcome
the
to
lightning
Survey
round
Says.
we
It's like a
call
Hollywood game show, except
Survey
you're on
Says.
it.
In Survey Says, all
Amy
point
needed some
values
peace
are
and quiet.
doubled. You'll be shown 3 prompts in a row, and since Let's Play mode is turned on,
All right,
you'll get
so this is the
90
last
seconds
round.
apiece to answer each
Throw one in the comment
Here's
if
your
you
first
folks
prompt.
want to do another round of this, because we can take up to 6. Make up a bad name for a nursing home. Next thing, Matthew's going to say that he's got... All right, we're going to do another round after this. Next thing, Matthew's going to say that he's got an episode of Voyager coming out soon. All right. So I am through with the Sprecher Lemonades. I drank both of them that I had left. We're going to go for the
Here's your
classic
second prompt.
Sprecher Cherry Cola. That is my absolute favorite. Name the hardest thing to teach a dog to do. If it's sassy, it would be not to bark at someone walking by. Confirmed. No, you can. You don't need to download anything. You can. It's wordsgames.lol, and then I'll give you a room code here when we start the next round.
Here's
If
your
you want to
third
get
and
started
final
ahead of
prompt.
time,
Make
kind of
it
get loggered
equal.
in. Tell you what, make up a bad name for an erectile dysfunction pill. But she also doesn't not bark at people walking by. Correct. For the longest time, I would listen on my phone. And I would have YouTube minimized in the background. I just play in a web browser.
Here's
so.
what you wrote.
So let us see here what's going on. Make up a bad name for a nursing home. Fantasy Suites? No. Rex. But I appreciate that. Right here. Sweeney Todd's Meat Pie Emporium. The Deathly Hallows. Was that a Harry Potter book? Kurgan Elderly Care. Yes, anything Kurgan. So for those who are not familiar,
For your
Bird of Prey
favorite
5 is the benevolent dictator of a area called Kuroga in New York. And so as the benevolent dictator, we give him lots of crap. No, a shovel would be groundbreaking.
15
Get it?
seconds
Shovel?
left.
See what I did there?
Tick-tock.
That's right. It is the last Harry Potter book or the last 2 Harry Potter movies. Waiting,
Okay,
waiting,
let's see
waiting.
what you
Make up a
weirdos
bad name for a nursing home. Survey says, name the hardest thing to teach a dog. Crochet. That's pretty difficult. Stop sniffing hot chicks' butts. That's hot. Get a bone. Giving the dog a bone. My dog has never been able to do my taxes. Jump. So, Peter, you might appreciate this.
Vote for
I wanted
your
to get my
favorite
wife
answer now.
a set of drums for a recent anniversary. She didn't understand it was supposed to be a symbol of our love. Thanks for the super
Get
chat,
ready.
$3 from
Here's what
LDG.
you
I
came up
appreciates
with.
it. Or super sticker. Make up a band name. LDG. I almost put that in there. Joe Biden's wiener. Yes. Symbol of my love. DJ out. That would be a terrible name for an erectile dysfunction pill. The Noodle Nudge. That's actually not bad. Not mine. Not bad. The Bangarang. You know, that reminds me. I used to be able to throw a
Time to vote
boomerang,
for your favorite.
and I forgot how to do it, and then one day it just came back to me. It just came back to me. Yeah, actually, that would not... Jan, you're not wrong there. Oh, I was going to ask earlier because I know plenty of Asian individuals whose first name as a guy is Jan. I've always assumed you were female, but if you could let me know one way or the other, it doesn't matter. Just honestly curious. Yes, I got it. You don't have to repeat it. Yes, I do.
Let's see how you voted.
Make up a bad name for a nursing home. Let's see. The Deathly Hallows. I'll take that. Krogan Elderly Care. Yeah, Deej. Right. Okay. That's kind of what I thought, Jan. Okay, makes complete sense. Jump. Nice, Tommy. Name a bad name for Noodle Nudge.
That was a house decoy.
Joe Biden's wiener. Well, Deej, congratulations. You won the first round.
And the winner is...
We'll do one more. Oh, Tommy even got me at the end.
Thanks
Wow,
for
I
playing.
suck.
Use your
Okay,
words.
one last round.
Next time on Use
So
Your Words,
we will-
more laughs,
I'm going
more
to
giggles, and more
end the
awkward
game.
silences.
Just to go back in. So, Peter, here. So, it'll be on screen here in just a moment. Let's see. We'll
Grab a
play. Go to
web-enabled device like a
wordsgame.lol
smartphone, a tablet,
and then
or
enter
anything with a
the
browser,
code
and navigate to
IJWQ.
www.wordsgame.lol. Then enter the room code.
Tommy is better than... Yes. Now, if you don't want to play but you want to be a spectator, you can also go to that same URL and be a spectator.
You can do it.
Nacho Man! Chad. So, before we get started, too, all right, Orange Cassidy, that is awesome. By the way, I know he is a joke character. I love Orange Cassidy. Just when, especially the way the crowd reacts, spectacular.
Ah, the
All right,
glory
so
of
we
the
will get
silver
started
screen.
here. And
let's throw it in the
just as a
garbage,
warning, this
shall
will
we?
be our last
It's
game that we're going to play.
subtitle.
We're going to
You're
spend some
about to
time
see
with the fam in a little bit here
subtitled film clip
and
that's missing
eat
a
some
subtitle,
Jimmy
and
John's.
the subtitle will be filled in by you. Get ready. The clip will play
Let's
twice.
see.
Now, for our feature presentation.
Есть у нас поговорка.
Yes.
Родной земли
Oh,
умри, да
what
не
the hell
сходи.
happened to my... Oh, I know what happened.
Есть у нас поговорка. С родной земли умри, да не сходи.
All right, there,
Here's what
we're
you
back.
wrote.
No, I set the controller down on the
Есть у
remote
нас
for my camera,
поговорка.
so...
С родной земли
No, that's the whole point, is
Умри,
that's not supposed to be in
да не сходи.
English.
есть у нас поговорка. С родной земли
Don't use emulators. Yes!
Умри,
Do not use
да не
emulators!
сходи. Есть у нас поговорка. С родной земли
Acknowledge me, yes.
умри, да не сходи. Есть у нас поговорка. С родной земли
Michael Bay only gets to make
Умри,
movies because people keep
да не
watching. Oh,
сходи.
God. There's another Michael Bay movie coming.
есть у нас поговорка.
Joke is that I only speak the one
Родной
language, unlike most
земли
people in the world. Yes. Make America.
Умри,
No.
да не сходи. Есть у нас
My
поговорка.
people have a saying.
С родной земли
Sex is the best way to stay healthy.
умри, да не сходи.
I don't buy that, but I'm willing to test that theory.
Есть у нас поговорка.
My people have a saying.
С родной земли
When Cameron was
Умри,
in Egypt's
да не сходи.
land, let my
You
Cameron
may have noticed an
go.
extra answer in there. We always throw in one of our own house answers. When you press the house decoy button,
Don't
you
use
get to use
emulators.
one of the house answers for yourself. But watch out. Voting for any house answer will deduct points from your score.
See,
So
but
pick
the
your
fact
favorite
that you're
answer.
y'all from the
Watch out
South
for
there, Matthew,
house.
do
And
y'all
here's
really
how you
speak the
voted.
one language?
House answer.
Oh. All right. I hope someone at least got the fact that that was, a line out of Ferris Bueller. RoXolid sucks, huh? Thanks. Feel that. Happy 6th anniversary to me, huh? Gotcha. Gotcha. I gotcha.
Dateline, right here and right now. It's extra, extra.
Okay, extra, extra. Future of newspapers today. Write a headline for this photo. So Pat got yelled at for using emulation as he wrote his book. I don't think it makes a difference for that, because it's basically his opinions on the games themselves, less about what he was playing on. And I mean, I'm not an emulation guy at all. I don't have a problem with it, and I'm not a Pat fan.
Here
I've met
are
him,
your
I've
answers.
talked to him a couple times. Bigger fan of Ian myself. Bird of Prey 5's catching another orphan to work in the mines. Yes. Yep. 13 signs you were dropped on your head as a baby. Yep. It's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's my baby. Levitating a baby, sometimes a handful. If you're levitating, not really a handful. It's out of your hands. Helium injections no safer than traditional vaccines, science finds. Mutant child attacks mid-aged father. Child inhales helium, flies away from family. Yes, Nacho Man, this is a monetized stream. If you are a
but watch out
channel
for house
member,
sensors.
you don't have to worry about that. Just throwing that out there. See, anything Bird of Prey 5 I know is going to be Deej, and I can't vote for him, so we're going to vote for that one instead. Let's see, Life with Matthew. I help out in our church's youth group, and every once in a while I break out the Southern on them, and they don't know how to handle it. Well, I'll tell you what, when I was down there in Fort Worthless there back in 1998 or 1999, I learned what the plural of y'all is. It's all y'all. All y'all are completely nuts. It's not you'ns, it's not y'alls, it's all y'all.
Let's see how you voted.
Mutant attacks child, mid-aged father. Bird of Prey catching another orphan. Yep. 13 signs you were dropped on your head as a baby.
Answer.
Oof. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's my baby. Nope, in around Fort Worth, it was all y'all. That's what they told us.
Mothers and doctors alike love the
Don't
warm,
make me
crisp
have to
output
go
of
ahead and get the Southern
Blank-O-Matic.
voice out for you. Although that's a bit of a chainsaw Charlie. Let's see, Captain Kirk found out the hard way. Don't go anywhere near the planet. Let's see. Montrose, right now I'm playing one of my favorite games, the classic video game, Joust. Very cool. Yeah, I was actually playing some Super Mario World earlier today. All y'all makes perfect sense. We're just doing our best to fix the broken mess that is the English language. See right there, y'all didn't even use the capital E in English. Tell you what. Everything was bigger in Texas. Sure ain't your brains there, Life of Matthew, or the number of your uploads to your channel lately talking about Voyager. I want to overthink some Voyager, and y'all let me down.
Get ready. Here's what you
Don't
came
go
up
anywhere
with.
near the planet Chad. Yes, stay away from the planet Chad. Romulus, that's another bad one to go near. Chainway for life. You mean Insane Way? Rump Ranger 4. Well, he may want to go near Rump Ranger 4, though. Taint. Yeah, don't want to go near Planet Taint. Uranus, I've heard there done be Klingons near Uranus. What a great question with shitty answers. Dynamites! Life with Matthew, 100% endorsed channel membership, better for creators than the ad revenues. Correct. Is Mulvania a planet? I don't know. Dentata.
Vote for your favorite
That seems
answer
like
now.
a house answer. Vagina dentata? Dentata?
Let's see
I
how
don't
you
know
voted,
what kind of
shall we?
words y'all using. Dynamites. Uranus. I will take that one. Which 16-bit console had the best composite? Oof. Well, composite was pretty much garbage across the board, but if you have to go composite, I would probably say the Super Nintendo Junior had fantastic video output, and that's why we tend to use the RGB mods on that to get component
Prepare to
output
be
on it.
dazzled in glorious 2D. It's Sub the
The
Title.
TurboGrafx 16 looks really good too. For composite, they're all going to be about the same. What's wrong?
Как долго я тебя искал.
Чего?
Как долго я тебя искал.
I've got a perfect one here.
Here's what you wrote.
Let's see. I asked my aunt for a Sega Genesis, told her it had blast processing. Let's see. What's wrong? I sold our children to the Krogan mods. Starting to believe Flat Earth. Is Darren here? Wish I could get someone to HDMI mod my toppler. You're not really making the mods anymore, is the problem. I'm seeing the pool boy. What, Peter, did you really? Did you? No. RoXolid lost his Viagra. That's a sad day indeed. What's wrong? Looking at you makes me horny, but you're married. I feel that one. Life with Matthew hasn't put out an overthinking Voyager in what seems like months. My coffee enema just finished. Those people that test RGB said the Genesis had the sharpest pixels. What do I think? I peed in my soda.
Okay, vote for your favorite answer.
It seems like months. Not that it was, just that it seemed like months. You know, the Genesis just overall has great video output. All the Sega systems really do. I don't think there's a right or a wrong answer because it's composite and they're all going to be pretty similar. My name is Hank, and I love propane and propane accessories. And my Hank from King of the Hill voice. That's the best I can do. So, blast processing, what it literally was they were dropping frames in the middle of certain games to make it speed up and seem faster. I thought there was a D Geodesy answer
And now,
because
for
of Darren.
news that refuses to go beyond the headlines, it's Extra Extra.
Write a headline for this photo. That's what I thought first, too, was that it was a picture of the Pope. I had to look closely. Thankfully, I done got my glasses. In the commercials, they said it was based on a fast processor. Yeah, no, it's not a fast processor at all. Local Man asked for helping finding the difference in this picture. I love Monica Lewinsky. Screw Hillary. Well, he had to screw her at least once. Who farted? Nice. Let's see, I didn't have sexual relations with that man in the photo. But didn't he? Clinton finds photo of Chelsea, says, I do her. Ooh, wait. Chelsea is in the background. Here's my Epstein Island lifetime plane ticket. Have you seen my mistress, pleads ex-president? Good, that's a good one.
Vote for your favorite answer now.
Let's see. So as we wind down, I think we've got maybe 2 rounds after this one. Up next, this upcoming weekend, I'll actually be at RC Fest in Monticello, Illinois. I'll be announcing a number of RC races over the weekend.
That was a house
and then
answer.
weekend after that is 2 weekends after that, I will be at the Illinois GameCon in Bloomington, Illinois. I will take that. I'll take those 2,000 points. And from there, I don't know that I've got any other conventions that I'm going to this year. I'd like to get to MoGameCon, but I've reached out to those guys and haven't heard anything back yet. So, okay, it's okay to give my reproductive organ a nickname, but please stop calling it. I'm into that Sweet Home Alabama action. Tell you what, dango, shoot. Some PC Engine fans claim the base console is more powerful than the Genesis. Do I agree? From a processor standpoint?
Here's what you wrote.
No, because in the end... Ooh, that's bad. That's real bad. See, the TurboGrafx 16, I don't know. I haven't heard from those guys. I've reached out to them, and they've just been busy. Ooh. Meow. The PC Engine, the TurboGrafx 16, and the Core FX were really a dual 8-bit system, so I don't think that it was nearly as powerful as the Genesis. But even if it wasn't as powerful, it had amazing games, and it played so well. I love my PC Engine that I have, my TurboGrafx. Great systems, great games. To me, the power didn't matter as long as the gameplay was terrific.
Vote for your favorite answer now.
I think they are having, Peter, I think they are doing panels. Because I want to say they've announced some guests already, but I don't know. It failed because it came out when the NES was still the king and the Genesis had taken the lead on the 16-bit side. And at least at that point in time, there really wasn't room in the marketplace for 3 home consoles. A lot of the best games weren't a factor of the power of the system, but how well the program... Yes, absolutely. Hi, my name is Bill Clinton, and I bet y'all didn't know my mistress was Monica Lewinsky. I love me some blue
You've
dresses.
only got 30 seconds left.
I blew
so
on that
wrap
one,
it
blew
up.
on that one, blew on that one. Really wonder how panels are going to work since it's in one big hall. They may do it like they did in Milwaukee and just kind of have stages off to the side. Don't know where Monica is now these days. I've heard that she doesn't vote Democrat anymore because they left a bad taste in her mouth. Yes, I went there. And so did Bill.
Let's see how you voted.
I knew about the TurboGrafx when I was a kid.
I'm afraid
I
that
never
was a house
never knew anyone
answer.
who had one. Oh, Corella was a house answer. Yes, it was. No, I'm sitting down, Jan, but thanks. I've watched a couple of their videos. So, Static, here's the thing about me is I'm a parrot. So I try not to watch other creators in my same arena just because I don't want to say
Get ready for our
something that
grand
someone else
finale,
may have
the
said and
lightning round we
unintentionally
call
rip them off.
Survey
It's
says.
just how I am.
In Survey Says, all
and for the
point
most part,
values are
those who are in
You'll be
the
shown
same
3
like,
prompts in a row,
vein that I
and
am,
since Let's Play
I generally
mode
watch
is
their
turned
stuff
on,
after
you'll
I
get
produce
90
something,
seconds apiece to answer each one.
just to make
Here's
sure
your
that there
first
aren't any
prompt.
issues. Let's see. Name something you wouldn't want your doctor to say. Let's see. Season of the television series American Crime Story with the title Impeachment. Huh. Shirley, you can't be serious. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. Man, Deej is running away with this one. Someone's got to stop him. Okay, everybody, don't vote for the
Here's
answers you
your
think
second
Deej
prompt.
made. Make up a breakfast cereal you wouldn't eat. Ooh, chicken. Ouch. Damn. Shots fired tonight, man. Shots fired. My 6th anniversary and everything. Wow. That's okay. All good. I'm just touched. Jan called me his friend. We're friends.
Here's your third and final prompt. Make it a good one.
Make up a bad name for a children's park. I think there's going to be a couple duplicates here. And again, this is going to be our last game when this one finishes up. We're going to wrap things up. So if you've got any final questions, ooh, that's a good one, Matthew. If you've got any questions, please make sure that you throw them in the chat now. I'll try to get to them before we wrap things up here.
Okay, let's see what you weirdos wrote.
Names, has your penis always been that small? I've heard that before. Bird of Prey 5 is the... Oh, damn! Shots fired. You have erectile dysfunction. Would not want to hear that. Why no Super NES? Do you have any answer? No. Stop having sex or it'll fall off. Lies. Did you ever get your knife back from... Yes, I did. Should we talk about a weight loss drug? No, we shouldn't. In fact, where was it? It was at Midwest Gaming Classic, I want to say. I actually presented Tom... No, it was Southeast Game Exchange. I presented Tom with his own knife set, and he actually had my knife that he gave back to me.
For your favorite.
Excuse me, sir. It's... Ma'am. Why no new Super NES games? It's just not something... It's not a platform people are really developing for anymore. I mean, there's a few homebrews here and there, but it's just everybody's onto the newest, latest, and greatest. And a lot of times, if they're going to make an NES era type game, they'll just put the ROM out on like Steam or something along those lines. Or, you know, quite honestly, the Switch, PS5, Xbox, because you're going to get wider distribution and more revenue that way too.
Get ready. Here's what you came up with.
Make up a breakfast cereal you want. Oh, Shittios. Unlike Bootios, that's where Shittios come from, is from the Bootio. Pelosi Bites. Mae Young Bites. Why are they still making homebrew for Intellivision? It's a niche. Poopy Pops. Two of the similar answers. It's the same reason people are making homebrew for Soylent Squares, for the Vectrex. They're never going to make a ton of money. Blue Dress Trips. They're not going to make a ton of money, but maybe if it, you know, pays for their supplies, Shadows, you know, it makes it worthwhile for them.
Okay, vote for your favorite answer.
RoXolid Pebbles, that's what comes out when I pass a stone. Actually, I shouldn't joke about that. Thankfully, I've never had to pass one before. I know Bird's passed several of them, and that's not fun. I half wonder if that's what's going on with you now, Bird, if you got a stone again. If you know, the way you've been saying it, you have been feeling too hot. Make up a bad name for a child's park. Neverland, the Epstein. Damn you, Deej, if that was you, that was a good one. Mulvaney's Place, that's a bad one. Caroga. That is a bad children's place. A children's park. Biden's Funland. Asbestos Playland. That seems like a house answer to me. The Broken Glass Palace. That also has the stank of a house answer. Yokozuna's Butthole Surprise. Go watch the Yokozuna documentary. It's actually really, really good. And remember, the goal here is to vote against DJ and for me, because it's my anniversary, damn it.
Here's how you voted.
Survey says, name something you wouldn't want a doctor to say. Stop having sex or it'll fall off. Good, Chad. Bird of Prey 5 is the father. I'll take that. Has your penis always been that small? Deej? Sure he's heard that a few times. Nacho Man with a good answer there. Make up cereal breakfast
Oh,
squares.
dear, that was a house answer.
Is that a house answer? Yes. Yes, it is. Blue dress drips. All right. May Young bites. Nacho Man. Oh, taking the lead from Deej. Nobody voted for Shittios. Come on. Mulvaney's Place. Well done. Neverland. Nice. Nacho Man. Krillin in 6th. I was in 5th. Orange Cassidy in 4th. 3rd place going to Pete. Deej finishing 2nd. And 1st place going to go to the Nacho Man. Let's see, am I going to review any new wireless controllers for retro systems anytime? Because I like when you review new controllers for older systems. I do have... hang on, what are they here? What is it? I gotta take a look at what I've got because I've got stuff sitting behind me. I've got 1, 2, 3 for the Switch I've got to do. Oh, hang on one second. Let me grab this. So I've got this here. This is the Retro Time N64 Bluetooth adapter. I'll be doing this. I am going to test it out with the N64 controller for the Switch Online. I've got one of those to test out with. Other than that, retro-wise, everything else I think I have is pretty modern. I've got a Power A controller for the Xbox. I've got 2 controllers for the Switch. I've got a grip for the Switch. A couple other ones. 2 Nexigo ones coming, actually, Matthew. Depends on it. I mean, there's some of it's like, if it's right away, it's like, this is a piece of trash, then, you know, that's pretty quick because I don't want to waste my time. But generally speaking, I try to get at least 3 hours with anything, you know, after I actually take it out of the box to actually start testing it. No, you didn't get last. I almost did, though, so. Alrighty, gang. Well, again, going on almost... Math is hard for me right now. Almost 3 hours, almost 2 hours. How long have we been going here? Yes, the Mexican products are good. I appreciate that. But sincerely, thanks for hanging out for a couple hours here tonight, celebrating our 6th anniversary. Got more coming. I am hoping to have something out tomorrow. That is tragic. Nothing for GameCube coming up, Krillin, right now that I've got planned, at least. Trying to think what else I've got coming up. I don't know. I've got so much crap in the background that it just... There are days that it gets really overwhelming. So, thanks, Krillin. I don't do many, so try to make at least the ones that I do count. So, yeah, we will be back soon. We'll have at least a YouTube short tomorrow. I can guarantee that. I've got a video pretty much done that, not that it's a sponsored post, but it's one of those things where I did, you know, send it off for review just to make sure, because there are a couple things that cropped up. I want to make sure that that I didn't do something wrong on my end. So, well, and Jan, one thing is, it's actually... This year marks my 16th year on the platform in November. I actually started with the company I used to work for in November of 2007. So, but yeah, 6 for me, which is pretty cool. So, but alrighty, everybody, we are going to go ahead and get ready to shut her down here. Thanks everyone for coming by and checking things out. I think when I went to the other screen there, it turned off my mic, and I didn't want to turn that off quite yet. But we will be back soon, and until next time, we are checked out, gone. One of the Is it still on? Can you hear me? Can you still hear me? Mama? Mama, can you hear me? Hello? 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 Can you hear me? You can hear me? You can hear me. Oh my God, you can hear me. Shh, everybody. Shh.